Combat Kate. Princess of Wales dons camouflage for battlefield injuries, training with 1st Battalion Irish Guards on her first visit as new colonel, after missing Lilibet's christening. She's already proven herself to be a royal action woman on the sports field. Now meet Combat Kate. Dressed in military fatigues, boots, gloves and a woolly hat, the Princess of Wales, 41, was almost unrecognizable as she dressed in camouflage kit for the engagement at the snowy Salisbury Plain training area this morning. With her hair pulled back in a sensible plait, Kate managed to look stylish in camouflage as she got stuck into a battlefield casualty drill during her first official duty as the new colonel of the Irish Guards. Crouching in the snow, she held a soldier's leg as she was shown how to wrap the wound and check the casualty's vital signs during basic battlefield first aid training. As she placed a tourniquet, used to stop heavy bleeding, on his calf, the princess apologized and said, "It's the first time I've done this." Today's appearance marks the first time Kate has visited the Irish Guards in her new position as honorary colonel. She was promoted to her first army role in December, taking over the position from Prince William. It comes as Kate's brother-in-law Prince Harry and Meghan Markle revealed they have christened her niece Princess Lilibet Diana in a small ceremony at their home in California. Kate enthusiastically asked questions about the different first aid methods used by medics in the army as she tended to the fake injury during the casualty simulation. She then applied a second tourniquet and Celox gauze, also used to stop bleeding, to the soldier with the fake leg injury and chest gunshot wound. Lance Corporal Jody Newell, 25, who was in charge of teaching the princess first aid, said, "I was so nervous. I'm teaching the Princess of Wales medicine. It was an honor. We were just showing her what we medics do in the army. She was actually really good, really eager to take part." Corporal Newell added that Kate took it all in her stride, like she has done it before, and that it was amazing to have her visit the training area, particularly on International Women's Day. Afterwards, the princess said that taking part in military first aid exercises brought the realities of their training to life. She said that the battlefield casualty drills, complete with fake gunfire and explosions, just brought it all to life. The princess also learned about anti-vehicle and anti-personnel mine clearance and viewed the weapon systems used by the Irish Guards. As part of the visit, she met guardsmen of No 1 and No 2 companies, who told her about their recent experiences training park rangers in East Africa and methods to counter poaching. She asked whether a lot of the training was around education and building better relationships in their communities, to which the soldier responded that their focus was to help the locals take ownership of their training. The princess then went on to receive a briefing on counter-explosive ordnance, used to detect explosives such as mines and improvised explosive devices, IEDs, which form part of the demining training currently being delivered by the Irish Guards to Ukrainian soldiers. The princess swept her brunette locks into a plait for the occasion today, and kept warm by wearing a beanie hat. Meanwhile, she kept her makeup neutral, with a sweep of dark eyeliner across her lid and a touch of nude lipstick. She opted for her 155-pound Berghaus Supalite hiking boots for the engagement, which she has worn on a number of other occasions over the past few years. Kate has long accompanied her husband to the St. Patrick's Day parades of the Irish Guards, handing out sprigs of shamrock, but now will be the regiment's honorary colonel in her own right. During one exercise, she assisted Lance Corporal Jody Newell in administering first aid. She applied a tourniquet to his lower left leg to stop the bleeding. The soldier was then moved onto a stretcher where Kate helped with assessing him for further injuries to his torso. She was taken on a tour of the Salisbury Plain training area by Major General Christopher Gucka, commander of the Army in London in the Household Division, and Lieutenant Colonel James Aldridge, commander of the 1st Battalion Irish Guards. Kate heard firsthand about the work members of the battalion have undertaken recently, including meeting guardsmen who have been deployed on security work in Africa, which includes training park rangers on counter-poaching operations. The Royal, who a green combat uniform with the rank of colonel, also received a briefing on counter-explosive ordnance, the demining training being delivered by the Irish Guards to Ukrainian armed forces. Finally, She viewed several of the different types of weapons used by the Irish Guards. Lieutenant Colonel Aldridge said his battalion was delighted to welcome Kate to Salisbury Plain for her first visit as Royal Colonel. He said, "It is particularly fitting on International Women's Day that a few of our female soldiers met such an inspiring female role model. It is a real honor for all the Guardsmen to meet their Royal Colonel in the field here on Salisbury Plain and demonstrate a few of our basic operational skills." Buckingham Palace announced Kate's new role in December, ahead of this year's Trooping the Colour, which has marked the official birthday of the British sovereign for more than 250 years. The King's Birthday Parade, Charles's first, will take place on the slightly later date of June 17. The King's actual birthday is November 14. It will see the Household Division on Horse Guards parade, with the monarch attending and taking the salute. There are 7 regiments of the senior military unit, which is responsible for delivering state ceremonial and public duties. The reigning monarch normally holds the appointment of colonel-in-chief of the regiments, but each one also has a colonel who is normally either a member of the royal family or a senior officer. The Irish Guards have been a part of the British Army since 1900, when they were founded by a royal decree from Queen Victoria to commemorate the Irishmen who died fighting during the Boer War. Since then, the Guards, who, like all Guards regiments boasted the late Queen as their colonel-in-chief, have fought in all the major 20th-century conflicts and, more recently, led the British advance into Basra during the Iraq War in 2003. The Irish Guards were also among the last units to be deployed to Afghanistan and in 2013, were drafted in to play a mentoring role for local Afghan troops before being returned to the UK in time for the Queen's Birthday Parade. Today's engagement from Kate came as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex revealed they had hosted a religious ceremony to christen their daughter Lilibet last Friday, which was carried out by the Bishop of Los Angeles, the Reverend John Taylor. The couple have been entitled to use Princess for Lilibet since the accession to the throne of King Charles last September, and have now chosen to do so. It has been claimed that King Charles, Queen Camilla, Prince William and Kate were all invited to the christening but did not attend, although Buckingham Palace has not confirmed this. A spokesman for Harry and Meghan said today, "I can confirm that Princess Lilibet Diana was christened on Friday, March 3 by the Archbishop of Los Angeles, the Reverend John Taylor. It is the first time Lily has been publicly referred to as Princess. It is also understood that HRH will be held in abeyance, which describes a state of temporary disuse." Buckingham Palace currently refers to Lilibet as Miss Lilibet Mountbatten Windsor. The title is in line with the precedent created by letters patent issued by George V in 1917 which conferred prince or princess on male-line grandchildren of the sovereign. It is understood 21-month-old Lily's title of princess and Archie's title as a prince will be used in formal settings, but not in everyday conversational use by the couple. Royal journalist Omid Scobie, who is close to the Sussexes, reported that King Charles, Queen Camilla, Prince William, Princess Kate were invited but didn't attend. It is not known whether any other royal family members were present. People magazine reported that there were between 20 and 30 guests at the event, including Meghan's mother Doria Ragland and Lilibet's godfather Tyler Perry. The filmmaker had been spotted paying a visit to Harry and Meghan's Montecito home last Friday and at an airport in Los Angeles where he boarded his private jet.